we'll do the white chocolate macadamia cookies. Now, I want you to learn this equation because you can use it on many, many cookies. You didn't know you were going to get a math lesson tonight, did you? On the cake mix cookies, this is the magic recipe for your cookies. A lady gave me this recipe that she operated a catering company, that this is all she ended up making was cookies out of cake mixes. Okay, so remember this for your kids' school parties, for church functions, picnics, family get-togethers, holidays. Holidays are really great. I know I've done the gingerbread men here with the ginger cookies at Christmas. Same concept, same equation. You want to use 2 eggs and a 1/4 cup of oil to any cake mix. That's it. Okay.
The instructions on the back.
The box is inadequate. You do not need to use the instructions on the back of the box. Okay. 2 eggs, and I've pre-measured out a 1/4 cup of oil. Now with this, you get the packages. This is 1 full package of macadamia nuts. Okay. They'll run you about $2.19 a pack. So if you don't want to use them all, you can use less or more of nuts. If you don't want to buy macadamia nuts, substitute your favorite nut: peanut, cashew, pecans, walnuts, different ones. Now this will mix up just like a cookie dough. If you buy from school functions, you get the tubs of cookie dough. Do the same thing with this. You can freeze this cookie dough, get it out as you need it, scoop it out. Be cost effective. Make something for tonight, but you only need 12 cookies, and this is going to make 48 little cookies. Just get out what you need, put it in a tub, put it in a Rubbermaid tub or something, and put it in the freezer. And you can keep this probably. I would say you can probably keep 3 months, up to 3 months, about 90 days on this. So you can freeze. This freezes really good. The texture will just come out just like a cookie dough. It'll take some time to crank that in there because it's mixing with the flour, so you really don't even have to have a floured surface for this. I'm going to show you how to just use 2 spoons, less mess. Take 2 spoons and kind of roll it out, or you can take your hands and kind of ball it out in the little balls, press it down on your pan. We're going to grease a cookie sheet. I always spray my cookie sheets because unless you have like a parchment paper liner, that's really good to bake cookies on your cookie sheets. The key to baking cookies is do not overcook your cookies. We preach this a lot with our associates with Food City. We always tell them, don't overcook your cookies. If you're going to bake a cookie at home, the magic number is 9. 9 minutes on your cookies, okay? At 350 degrees for 9 minutes. If you do it more than 9 minutes, you're going to get a harder cookie. So if you want it to be, if you're making a decorative cookie that you want to maybe hang on your Christmas tree, or that you're making that you're going to leave sitting out that you want them to harden, just bake them a little bit longer. But with this, you just want to give it 9 minutes. Here you go.
Thank you.
And another really good tip on your cookies, when you're putting your cookies in, when you're bringing them out of your oven, you may want to get you a nice cookie rack. You can get these at any dollar store. I think we even have them down there on our shelf. Just a nice cooling rack. They're really good to put that out. If you can get those cookies off the pan after they set a minute, let them set and then put them onto your cookie rack. That gives airflow from the bottom and from the top, so it sets your cookies really nice. I suggest not putting them on like a metal surface or something that's going to conduct heat, because that's going to make your cookies cook even longer. Because when you pull those out of the oven and you place them onto just like a marble countertop or a cutting board or something that's not going to conduct heat a lot, it's going to still cook another 10-15 minutes outside of your oven. The cookie's still cooking, okay, from the inside out. You want a nice chewy cookie. You don't want to overcook it, and you want to make sure that you package those sooner than what you would the others, because if you want them to be a nice, soft, kind of hard texture on the outside, let them set out a little bit longer.
Do you want to add these?
Yeah. This is 1 package of macadamia nuts and about 1.5 cups. Here it says we're putting 1/2 cup. I'm going to put a cup in this one just to give it some more chocolate, okay? Just use your reference if you want more chocolate. Now with this one, we use the white cake mix. The ones that we have made, we use chocolate. with the chocolate cookies, see, these are the little mini cookies. I just made the small ones. If you have a little miniature ice cream scooper that you use for your ice cream that's got the release tab on it that you can pan those out and they make bigger cookies. Just put those on there and kind of pat them down a little bit. If you don't have nuts or chocolate chips, you can always do what your grandma always did with the little fork, putting it in sugar, pressing it down both ways so it leaves a nice little mark. Or if you really want to have some fun and put this out on the counter and let the kids tear in there, that's always fun. Flour your surface. You can also use like a powdered sugar if you just want to put a little powdered sugar and flour together to just as long as your surface won't stick. You know, you don't want your dough to stick on the surface. Get your cookie cutters out, roll that out and let the kids cut up the cookies into different shapes and then let them decorate them. We ready?
Spoon?
We're ready to roll. Okay. So what I do is I take 2 spoons, okay? Just get you a spoonful there and you can use the other spoon to round it off and just place it onto your pan. So you've got your cookie. You're not touching it. You're not having to worry about making the big mess. You don't have to roll it out. You can just spoon them out. Like I said, if you have an ice cream scooper, you can do that also. So you can measure out how big your cookies need to be. Now remember, your cookie's gonna expand, so you don't wanna put them too close together, because if you do, they're gonna stick. So you wanna spread them out. And if you're gonna do big cookies, I would not put more than a dozen cookies on a pan, okay? Because that gives enough spread that they're not gonna. If you've had a real stressful day at work or something, you want to come home and have some cookies, this is easy to throw it in, bake it. If you're having company come over, you know, I like to have something baking when somebody comes over because the smell's more inviting when you have, especially I read an article that if you're going to sell your house, if you have cookies baking when people come in, that they're more apt to buy your house if they smell cookies baking in your house. Now let's talk about some more varieties that you can do on this. Red velvet cake. If you like red velvet, you can do a red velvet cake, and when they come out of the oven, heat up some cream cheese icing out of a can, put it in a drizzling bag. If you don't have a drizzling bag, you can take a spoon and kind of drizzle the cream cheese icing, and it's set up on those cookies. You also do a spice cake and add a little bit of oatmeal and some raisins. You can make oatmeal raisin cookies. You can do yellow cake mix with chocolate chips, and you have chocolate chip cookies. You can do white cake and dip them in cinnamon sugar, and you have snickerdoodle. You can do just white cake mix, and you can just make plain sugar cookies. You can take a yellow cake mix and add a half a cup of peanut butter, and you got peanut butter cookies. You can dip those in sugar or in chopped peanuts. You know, if you like, you can use the crunchy peanut butter to make that. If you can take some shredded carrots that you get in produce in the little bags of shredded carrots. You can add that to a carrot cake with some raisins and pecans and make the best carrot cake cookies ever. So there's those cookies.